Which theater of combat would you have preferred to serve, the European or the Pacific?
Pacific.
And what theater did you serve in?
Atlantic.
Yeah.
Do you feel that one theater was more important than the other?
No, about equal.
About equal. Did you have to conjure hatred of the Germans, or did the hate come naturally?
I had no hatred for nobody.
You didn't have hatred for nobody?
No.
I just go in and do what I
You
had
did
to
your
do.
job, right?
Do you think that the war in the Pacific was a racist war?
Yeah, I couldn't answer.
No.
Because I don't know.
You don't know. You just did what you had to do.
Yeah.
Where did you see any combat?
Well, actually, I didn't see any combat. We did that what you call anti-submarine patrol over in the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was open, what they call open combat on the surface. We didn't have any of that.
Why did you first join the service, or were you drafted?
I joined before I was drafted.
How?
In July 41.
Volunteered yourself?
Yeah, I went on myself, yeah.
How old were you at the time?
21.
What were you doing before you joined the service?
I was working at a restaurant.
Where was that?
At the restaurant workout.
Oh. Which branch of the service were you in? Navy?
Navy.
How did your parents feel about you joining the service?
Well, I guess how they felt. Well, I guess they didn't feel too good about it, you know?
Yeah.
Where did you do your basic training?
But,
was there a culture shock on your part meeting people from all over the country?
what?
A culture shock? Like, were you surprised
To see so many different people.
different people from different backgrounds all over the country when you first joined?
No.
Do you have any interesting stories from your basic training?
No. It's okay.
What was your military occupational specialty?
Well, I did a medical birth training.
Okay.
I was in the medical service.
Oh, cool. What was your most dangerous experience in all of combat, or in all the war?
I can't think of it now. It could have been half a dozen for all I can't think of it now.
Yeah.
It come and goes, and that's it.
Did you feel that your superior officers were trustworthy, knowledgeable, and inspiring?
Well, it seemed all right as far as I could feel, yeah.
You trusted them?
Yeah, they were all right.
Did you ever refuse to obey an order?
It smells so good.
Not that I can, I might have, but not that I can remember.
No.
Nothing major. Did you have any contact with SS troops?
No. We didn't have land on shore. The SS troops were shore-based.
You stayed most of the time in the water?
Yeah. We were Navy, and they were land-based.
How would you sum up the efforts of the Allies in World War II? You feel everything went well according to plan? Do you still carry any animosity towards your old adversaries? Always been forgiven, forgotten?
If there was any, I mean, there was some, but I can't remember what they were.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Because during the war, you know yourself, even you yourself, if you were in then, you'd have animosity towards someone.
Yeah.
It can't be helped. But it wasn't a major thing. It was soon forgotten, right?
Soon forgotten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were your daily duties when you were during the war?
Well, I was in the medical corps.
So you would just take care of any
Take
sick
care
and
of
wounded?
wounded, and I was stationed in base hospitals too.
Was it difficult to see all... Sorry, was that?
Well, it all depends where. I was in Newport, I was in Brooklyn, New York, in a town down in Florida, in Key West, a couple others I can't remember. We never did hit the West Coast. That's what the strange part about it. I figured that's one of the first places we hit.
Yeah, and that's the place you wanted to go, right?
Because that was busier than the Atlantic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah.
When after the Japs hit in December 7th, you figure that everyone would be going over on that side. But the U-boats were acting up then, so we had to keep somebody over here.
Being in the medical field, was it difficult seeing all the wounded and possibly dead soldiers?
Like anything else, you get used to it.
Get used to it after a
You
while?
had to.
Yeah, you couldn't.
No. I went to where the medical training at. Where the hell was it? I think it was Newport, Rhode Island, medical school they had. The Navy corpsman, what they call corpsman.
Do you feel like during that time you couldn't let your feelings get in the way of your job?
No, I didn't think so.
No.
At first, when you first look at it, you know,
Yeah.
you have ideas. You get over them quick.
Yeah.
Well, you had to. What the hell? It was a national emergency, right?
Yeah.
So, nothing else you could do.
Are you glad you were in the war? Do you feel that you helped a great cause?
No, nobody wants to get in the war. And you get wounded unless he's a nut. No, I wasn't glad to be in the war, but like I said, if I had to, I had to.
Exactly. You have to defend your country, correct?
Well,
Yeah.
you can be patriotic if you want.
Yeah.
Are there any events that just stick out in your mind that you think about all the time from the war?
I can't figure it.
What was your last day like? The last day of service or your last day of the war? Do you remember that? How?
Let's see, that would be July of 47. I think I was in Brooklyn, maybe I was in.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you the events.
When everybody dismissed at the same time as you? Was your how would you say your
Whole platoon?
yeah, was your platoon dismissed at the same time as you in July?
Those were scheduled.
That was the schedule.
And if there was no national emergency,
So
well, they have to extend your duties.
exactly. So they let you go.
They dismissed you.
Oh.
How much longer did you stay in the military after the war ended?
When did you go in? I can't think. What year did it end? I can't think of
47.
It ended in 47.
47?
Yeah.
That's when I come out.
That's when you came out, and that's when you were finished with the military as well?
I went in 41. Did what they call a regular duty, which is 6 years. And during the emergency, you couldn't do I forget the name of it. Okay. But it's 4 years.
Yeah.
The national emergency had to pull the whole 6, the full term. So I had it for 4 years or so, right?
What did you do after for a job?
I worked at a restaurant, a couple of places.
Did you feel like a new person after the war?
Nothing.
Same?
Same.
Um,